All right.
Hey, everyone, please be seated. Good morning, everybody. This is the 2 a.m. calendar. It is December 14th, 2025. I will tell you this, that the court orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given in the first calendar of this month will apply to all matters on this calendar. When I call your name, you'll stand behind the podium, give me your name and your date of birth. I'm going to give you your release conditions, at least some of them. The rest of them will be on your paperwork, so it'll be your responsibility to review them and understand them. If I do set a security appearance bond, that means you can go through a bonding company, so you wouldn't have to put up the full amount in cash. It's my understanding they collect calls. Their names and numbers of the bonding companies are on some of the walls of the jail. If you can't find them or you need assistance, ask one of the officers for help. At a minimum, by the way, the release conditions will say no drugs without a valid prescription and and you can't drive without a driver's license and no drugs without a valid prescription. I also have to read a victim's rights advisement. If a person is a victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, they are advised they have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present in court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by a defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution for a person who's been convicted of causing their loss. If you have already not been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. All right, start with Xavier Trevino. All right, so your name and date of birth.
Xavier Trevino, 2190.
Okay, 1 second here. You haven't seen a Phoenix City Court judge yet, have you? So it'll be tomorrow morning, okay, because you have a warrant out of that court.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, sir, you were charged with possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, and unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your cases will be at 8:30 in the morning at 175 West Madison Street for a status conference on December 19th and a witness preliminary hearing on December 23rd. I will tell you this, the state was asking for a $15,000 bond. Your bond, however, I'm setting bond for you in a security appearance bond of $7,500. Step to your left, please. Adrian Crable.
Good morning, Your Honor. Adrian Christopher Crable, date of birth is 9/6 of 1989.
Okay, sir, you're also charged with unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, Class 5 felony. Aware of your priors. I appointed a lawyer for you. Your court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street at 8:30. Status conference on December 19th, and witness public hearing on December 23rd. The state was also for you was asking for a $15,000 bond. I'm making it a $5,000 security appearance bond. If you post your bond and you don't show up, you can lose your bond, and a warrant will issue for your arrest.
Isn't that secured, cash only, or?
No, it's security appearance bond. That's what I was saying. You can go through a bonding company.
Okay.
Alexander Bustamante. All right, your name and date of birth, please.
Alexander Bustamante, and my birthday is 3/10 of 2005.
Okay, you're also charged with unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, Class 5 felony. Your court dates will be on 8:30 at 175 West Madison Street. Status conference December 19th, and witness public hearing on December 23rd. At this time, I cannot appoint a lawyer for you. You're going to have to try to hire your own attorney. If you find you can not afford an attorney, you can always petition your assigned judge to see if he or she will appoint one for you, but no promises in regard to that. All right, let's call it. I have to amend something, by the way. All right, sir, make sure you show up for court, as I said, December 19th, December 23rd at 8:30 at 175 West Madison Street. And bond has been set in a security appearance bond of $2,500. All right, step to your left, please. Kenneth Stone. Oh, sir, your name and date of birth, please.
Kenneth Stone, January 28, 1996.
Okay, so it looks like you had a warrant out of Chandler, so you'll probably be seen there tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the Chandler City Court. All right. You are charged here with aggravated assault, possession of dangerous drugs, and shoplifting. Based on limited information I have right now, I can't find probable cause in regard to the dangerous drug charge. Doesn't mean you won't be charged with it, but I'm appointing a lawyer for you. Give me 1 second here. That's right. Your court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street, 8:30 in the morning, December 19th for a status conference, December 23rd for witness preliminary hearing. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged complainant or witness. And the state, by the way, was asking for a $15,000 bond. I'm making it a $2,500 security appearance bond. Okay, so you post a bond and make sure you show up, or else you could lose your bond and a warrant will issue for your arrest. Step to your left, please. Remy Brooks. All right, so get to see you behind the microphone. Okay. No problem. Your name and date of birth, please.
Remy Brooks, 9/4/1992.
All right, sir. You are charged with criminal trespass in the first degree. I appointed a lawyer for you. Your court dates will also be at 175 West Madison Street at 8:30 for a status conference on December 19th and witness preliminary hearing on December 23rd at 8:30. All right, you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. State was asking for a $7,500 bond. I'm making it $2,500 security appearance bond. So you will be able to go to a bondsman. But if you post your bond and you don't show up, you lose your bond and a warrant will issue. All right. Step to your left, please. Step to your left, please. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Melissa Lopez. All right, a couple of things. Your name and date of birth. Name and date of birth, please.
Melissa Bray Lopez, August 30th, 1978.
You got a warrant at a Superior Court, by the way. I just want to double check one thing here for you. You're hearing a bench warrant based on a probation violation. You've already had your initial appearance. I mean, entered a denial on your behalf. You already have an attorney on the case, so it's already been appointed. You're going to have your non-witness violation hearing at 201 West Jefferson on December 19th at 8:30. If you are able to post bond, you have to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. No alcohol, no weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. And your judge said bond in the amount of $1,000, security appearance bond.
For failure to appear.
What? $1,000. You can go to a bondsman, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Juan Reyes? Your name and date of birth, please.
Juana Reyes, 7/17/1981.
Okay, looks like you have a warrant out of the Peoria City Court. The address will be on your paperwork. I guess it's a domestic violence charge of assault and then also disorderly conduct. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. And your court date will be December 16th at 9 o'clock at the Peoria City Court. And that court set bond for you in the amount of $750 security appearance bond. All right, step to your left, please. Kanisha Gill.
Reyes, Lopez, Jones, Grable, Bustamante.
All right, your name and date of birth, please.
Quenisha Gill.
I can't hear you, by the way.
Quenisha Gill, 3/29/1985.
Okay, you got a warrant out of the Holbrook Justice Court. I'm not sure, I can't remember which county that is, but it's out of my county. And a lawyer will be appointed for you in the next court date. It's based on a custodial interference charge. Your paperwork, on your paperwork will be the address for the Justice Court. It's at your arraignment hearing will be December 17th at 8:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And the judge ordered you to be held on a $500 cash bond. 500, not 5,000. I misspoke. Okay, but it's a cash bond. All right. All right. Step to your left, please.
Thank you.
Harun Koya or Koha. Sorry, good morning. Your name and date of birth, please.
Harun Haram Hoja, 6/4/1993.
Okay, sir, you're here on a probation violation. Looks like your probation for possession of drug paraphernalia. You're alleged to have violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 17. I am appointing a lawyer for you. The paperwork may say it's Class 1 misdemeanor. It's actually a Class 6 undesignated offense. Your revocation arraignment hearing will be at 201 West Jefferson at 8:30 in the morning on December 19th.
December 19th.
Which basically is 5 days from now at 8:30. So December 19th at 8:30. As I said, you're alleged to have violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 7. If you get out, contact your probation officer in 72 hours. You can't consume or possess any alcohol or have any weapons, and you can't possess any drugs without a valid prescription. A judge in that court set bond for you in the amount of $100 security appearance bond. So you post your bond, contact your probation officer promptly, and show up for court.
Okay, and I'm sorry, how much was my bond?
$100 security appearance bond. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Joel Contreras?
Joel Contreras, 09/26/1992.
Thank you for listening, by saying your name and date of birth. Most people don't do that, even though I make that announcement. All
Yes,
right, so you got a new case of the Highland Justice Court for driving with license suspended, class 1 misdemeanor, in possession of open container of alcohol in your vehicle. Your address will be in your paperwork. It's the Highland Justice Court, December 18th at 9 o'clock. All right, make sure you're there, and in about 4 hours you'll be out of here. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance, so show up for court, so you don't have to come back here, okay?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I do have a question. I don't live in the state of Arizona, so is there any...
Yeah, okay. Let me just look this up. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, you live in Colorado?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How much longer are you planning on staying here?
I'm supposed to be back tomorrow. I work on Monday.
By tomorrow?
Or today, yes.
So today is Sunday, now?
Yes, sir.
So you mean you're supposed to be back on Monday?
Yeah, I have a flight that I'm probably gonna miss, but I can buy another flight back home.
Okay, I just want to make sure which day we're talking about, because, it just changed. Okay, this is what I'm going to do for you, so I'll just make some changes on this one, because all right. In some courts, if you make out an agreement with the prosecutor's office, you can appear virtually, but no promises. I don't know in that court whether they'll allow it or not.
Okay.
Let me just change this a little bit.
Understood, thank you.
All right. Because I'm saying, you can travel outside Arizona. I wrote down, return by December 18th, 2025, but I wrote down here, you may reside in Colorado, but must personally appear for all court dates unless the court allows him to appear virtually. Okay, it'll be up to you, okay? I can't make any promises. I don't know how they work in that court.
Yes, sir.
I know in some courts they do allow you to
Understood.
appear voluntarily. Okay, so step to your left, please. You'll get new paperwork in a second. Okay.
Thank you.
Rodrigo Diosdado? Sure.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, 1 second, let's check one thing here. Good catch? No, it didn't. I'll have to do it over again. It did? It showed about Colorado? On the bottom? Because mine doesn't have it anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I'll just do it. Okay. Did it take?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. All right. Sir, once again, your name and date of birth, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. My first and last name is Rodrigo Diosdado, date of birth 05/08/2004.
Oh, okay. So you have a court at, your court is in Canto Justice Court, and your paperwork, will have your paperwork, have the address for it. It shows with the reckless driving. David, it's class 1 misdemeanor. I don't think it's class 1 misdemeanor, but, I think it's a class 2 or class 3. I could be wrong. I don't remember offhand. Anyway, you have to be there at December 18th at 1:30 in the afternoon, otherwise a warrant will issue. But you'll be released on your own recognizance, so you'll probably be getting out in about 4 hours. Okay? Step to your left, please.
Your Honor, you said December 18th at 1:30?
Yeah, it'll be on your paperwork also.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Eddie Poe? All right, sir, your name and date of birth, please.
Eddie Poe, 9/12/87.
Okay. All right, sir, you are charged with 2 counts of criminal damage, class 5 felonies, 1 count of disorderly conduct, 1 count of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. The other last 2 are misdemeanors. I appointed a lawyer for you. Your court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street at 8:30. Status conference on December 19th, and a witness preliminary hearing on December 23rd, 12:19, 12:23. You're not to return to the scene of alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with any alleged victim or victims. The state was asking for $7,500. I'm setting the bond at $5,000 insurance, a secured appearance bond. But if you post your bond, you'll be having an ankle bracelet with a curfew with hours to be determined by pretrial services. That'll be in your paperwork to explain it. Step to your left, please.
Is it 10%? I'm sorry.
Yeah, whatever the bonding company is. I won't speak for them. Okay. Jared Harford. So your name and date of birth, please.
Yeah, Jared Harford, March 4th, 1988. I do have 2 kids at home. I just want to let you know that, and I do pay the bills.
My question is, were you served any papers tonight?
Did I what?
Have you served any papers tonight?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Emergency order protection, right? Yes.
Yeah, but I still pay the rent over there, and I
Well,
need to be out to work and
Here's the situation right now.
support.
You are charged with threatening, intimidating, Class 3 felony, assault, Class 1 misdemeanor, disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanor, and another assault. The last 4 charges are misdemeanors. So it's 2 counts of disorderly conduct, by the way. I did not appoint an attorney for you. You have to try to hire your own. If you can't afford one, you can always apply to the court to see if they'll appoint one for you, but no promises. All right. Your court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street on December 19th at 8:30, and a witness preliminary hearing on December 23rd. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. You must obey terms of any orders of protection, or obey terms of order of protection issued or will be issued. That one's good for 7 days, by the way. And you may return one time to the scene of the alleged crime with a police officer on a civil standby to pick up your personal effects. Bond is set in the amount of $10,000 security appearance bond. If you post your bond, you'll be on an ankle bracelet with a curfew, with hours to be determined by pretrial services. Step to your left, please. Sandra Schutz. Okay. Officer, do you want the rest of the people, except for the next 3 people, you get everybody else out? Okay. Okay, your name and date of birth, please.
Sandra Schutz, 9/7/1995.
Okay. Okay, I guess you know DCS got involved,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so you know about that already. You're charged with, 1 count of child abuse is Class 4 felony, 2 counts of child abuse is Class 6 felony, and 1 count of aggravated assault on a minor Class 6 felony. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. Your court dates will be 175 West Madison at 8:30 in the morning for a status conference, December 19th, and witness preliminary hearing on December 23rd. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol. And the state was actually asking for a $50,000 bond. I'm not doing that. It'll be a $5,000 security appearance bond. All right, step to your left, please. Jeffrey Gascoigne.
Morning, Your Honor.
Your name and date of birth, please.
Jeffrey Gascoigne, 8/28/80.
Okay, sir, you got a probation violation. You know what you're on probation for? You know what you're on probation
Yes.
for? I won't repeat it then. Okay. I guess you're on for a lifetime. Sir, you've got more alleged violations than anyone I've seen. Normally it's about 1 to about 4 or 5. Yours is a long list. Terms alleged. First of all, I appointed a lawyer for you. Terms 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 15, 24, and 25. Okay. I mean, they're unproven right now. I'm just telling you the allegations are more than anyone I've seen. But your probation revocation arraignment hearing will be December 19th at 8:30. Same thing as the other folks. If you get out, contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You can't possess or consume any alcohol. You can't possess any weapons and no drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to have any contact with minors. And your judge in your court set bond the amount of security appearance bond of $2,500. So if you post your bond, make sure you contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. Denzel Williams. Good morning, sir. Your name and date of birth, please.
Denzel Williams, 03/26/98.
Okay, sir, I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You're charged with criminal trespass in the first degree, class 6 felony, and 1 count of indecent exposure. Okay, I just said I've appointed a lawyer for you. Your court dates will be at 8:30 in the morning at 175 West Madison Street for a status conference on December 19th, and a witness preliminary hearing on December 23rd at 8:30. Now, I'm going to amend this, by the way. I'm lowering what the bond was going to be. You have to return to the scene of alleged crime, initiate contact with any alleged victim or victims. I will tell you this, I already told you the court dates. The state was asking for a $150,000 cash bond. Okay, I'm not doing that. I actually reduced it half what I was going to do. I'm setting bond for you in the amount of security appearance bond of $25,000. And if you post your bond, you'll have an ankle bracelet with a curfew with hours. You'd be able to leave your home only during hours approved by pretrial services. And that'll be explained to you in your paperwork.
Can you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
What?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Sure. If you post your bond, you'll have an ankle bracelet and you'll have a curfew. You must stay at home except during hours approved by pretrial services. You'll get paperwork which will explain it to you. It'll be in an envelope. All right? So step to your left, please. Elisa Ramos is a house call. Combative, that's right. She's combative. She's charged with act of assault, resisting arrest, and criminal trespass. I appointed a lawyer for her. Court dates are 12/29, 12/31 at 8:30 at 175 West Madison. She cannot return to the scene of the crime, can initiate contact with alleged victims, and I am going to release her to pretrial services. So we are in research. Recess. My eyes are killing me. So. All right. Okay, everyone, please be seated. I checked from midnight on, I did 65 DUI warnings. Yeah, I'm serious, was that crazy? Okay, good morning, everybody. This is the 5 o'clock calendar. It's December 14th, 2025. The court orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall also apply to the matters in this calendar. When I call your name, stand behind the podium, give me your name and date of birth. I'm going to give you your release conditions, release some of them orally. The rest will be on your paperwork. It will be your responsibility to read them and understand them. If I am setting a security appearance bond for you, you can go through a bonding company, which means you wouldn't have to pull up the full dollar cash amount to get out on bond. It's my understanding the bonding companies do collect calls. Their names and numbers of the bonding companies are in some walls of the jail. If you can't see it or if you need assistance, ask one of the officers for help. All right. I would also say in regard to release conditions, the minimum will be don't use no drugs without a valid prescription, and also don't drive without a valid driver's license. Okay. I also have to read a victim's rights advisement. If a person is a victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you're advised you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by a defendant or defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who's been convicted of causing your loss. If a person has not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, they should contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. Okay. Start with Fidel San Miguel.
San Miguel?
All right, sir, your name and date of birth, please.
Fidel San Miguel, 6/21/80.
All right. Sir, you are charged with one count of aggravated assault, impeding breathing, class 4 felony, threatening or intimidating, assault, disorderly conduct, and assault. The last 4 are misdemeanors. I appointed a lawyer for you. Your court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street at 8:30 in the morning. You'll have a status conference on December 19th and a witness preliminary hearing scheduled on December 23rd. As I said, I appointed a lawyer for you. You may return to you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with alleged victims or victims. You may return one time to the scene of the alleged crime with a police officer and a civil standby to pick up your personal effects. Bond is set in the amount of $50,000 secured appearance bond. Step to your left, please. Craig Tiensvold. So your name and date of birth, please.
Your Honor, Craig Dale Tinsvold, March 25th, 1984.
Okay. So there's one aspect I want to talk to you about. First of all, you were charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault with a Class 3 felony, 3 counts of disorderly conduct, and 1 count of assault. I cannot appoint a lawyer for you, but apparently you say you've hired your own attorney. Is that correct?
That is correct.
This is what I want to talk to you about. To be recognized as an attorney in the court, they have to file what's called a notice of appearance. I just don't have one yet. Doesn't mean you haven't hired one, but right now there's no attorney in there. So keep that in mind. So if you're hiring your own attorney, he or she has to file a notice of appearance. Otherwise, you have to hire one, or if you can't, if it turns out you can't afford one, then you could always ask your assigned judge, seeing whether he or she will appoint one for you, but no promises on that. Okay, that's what I'm saying. There's no name of any attorney I can put down for you right now. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what I want to explain to you. Okay. First of all, you're not to possess any weapons. You're not to consume any alcohol. Your court dates are at 8:30 in the morning. It's 175 West Madison Street for status conference on December 19th, and right now a witness preliminary hearing is scheduled for December 23rd. The prosecutors were asking for $50,000 as your bond. I'm going to set security appearance, which means you can go to a bondsman in the amount of $30,000. All right. So step to your left, please. Catherine LeClaire. So your name, I'm sorry, your name and date of birth, please.
Catherine LeClaire, 1988.
Okay. You're charged with 1 count of aggravated assault, deadly weapon, disorderly conduct, and preventing or interference with preventing the use basically of a communication device. The last charge is a misdemeanor. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your court dates will be on December 19th at 8:30, and a witness preliminary hearing December 23rd at 8:30 at 175 West Madison Street. I'm assuming I got a victim impact statement. I guess it's from your husband. Okay, and I guess he's acting as the victim rep. Based on that, I made some adjustment to it. Okay, because a couple things in regard to it. The state was asking for a $50,000 bond. Okay, here's what the thing is, and I want to read the whole thing before you have any comment in regard to this. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. You're not to possess any weapons. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol. And now, of course, you may return one time to the scene of the alleged crime with a police officer and a civil standby. I didn't write down to pick up your personal effects, but that's what it's for, on a civil standby. And it's because what he had to say, and he was worried about, I put in, you may return to the scene of alleged crime and or initiate contact with alleged victims only with prior written permission. Okay? And only because of his statement that I put that in, and that's why he also reduced the bond. Okay? So bond will be $7,500 security appearance bond. All right. Julie, I just want to make the change. I want to put in those couple words I didn't say. Civil standby, I'm writing in to pick up your personal effects, okay?
Does that mean I can go back home?
What, with a police officer, you can do on a civil standby. Let me just finish that.
Okay.
Right. There are 2 ways. Number one was either way, you can go with a police escort one time, okay? Another way is if you get prior written permission from the alleged victim to return or to initiate contact.
Okay, because the victim is my daughter, and
I know that.
they live with me.
Okay, one thing, this is in regard to everybody. I always recommend people, everything's being recorded, not to make any statements about the facts of the case.
Okay.
Okay, because over the years, I've seen people make statements that lawyers grimace. You know what I mean? It didn't say in the report, based on limited information that I have, I don't have a full report, how old she is. So I was trying to guess because of your age, but, you know, you can't always make assumptions on that. You know what I mean? So talk to your lawyer also about that, okay? All right, so step to your left, please. But if you post your bond, make sure you show up all your court dates.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Victor Zuniga? Sorry, your name and date of birth, please.
Victor Zuniga, 9/8/2000.
Okay, a couple of things I want to ask you. Are you in custody on something else?
Yeah, Your Honor. I came in because I had gotten an extreme DUI, and I was supposed to do 6 days and then 24 at home.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay, and I know a misdemeanor DUI, basically.
But they said
home detention. Yeah, I'm saying 6. So I guess it was an extreme DUI, right?
Yeah.
And then all right, go ahead.
Yeah, and I didn't even know they added. I didn't even know I had drug charges.
I know that. Okay.
I've been to the Chandler Municipal Court multiple times, and I asked them if I had a warrant. They never said. Matter of fact, they told me this Tuesday.
This is not out of. Your warrant was not out of Chandler. This is at a Superior Court, and I'll talk about it in a second.
Okay.
Okay. The DUI is something separate. Okay.
No, I know that.
What's your father's name?
My father's name?
Yeah.
Well, he's in Mexico.
Okay, his name is not Anthony, is it?
No.
Okay, there's an attorney in town by the name of Anthony Zuniga.
Oh.
Who I know, so that's why.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I asked.
Okay.
I'm trying to be nosy, because I had thoughts about, do I want to recuse myself on the case just because I know your father?
Right.
I thought I might know your father.
Right.
That's the only reason. Okay. So anyway, this is an arrest warrant. Okay, which means they probably tried to serve a summons on you and you didn't show up for court. And it's based on a possession of narcotic drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. And I'm glad I asked that. And in regard to that, I'm appointing a lawyer for you. Your court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street on December 29th at 8:30, and a witness preliminary hearing on December 31st at 8:30. I'm releasing you to pretrial services with drug testing and monitoring. So, okay, I want to explain to you. You're going to get a packet from them, okay, explaining about pretrial services. You have to contact them, be in compliance with them, and do the drug testing, or else there'll be a warrant. So, in about 4 hours, you're going to be out.
Okay.
On these charges. But make sure you show up for court, okay? You know, on the dates that I told you about will be in your paperwork. How that affects your extreme DUI thing, I can't give you advice. I have a pretty good idea of how it would affect it, but I can't tell you for sure because I'm not allowed. It's not proper for me to give advice.
Right.
Okay? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so as far as these charges are concerned, as long as you comply with pretrial services, things will be a lot better, but you'll be getting out. But you might be still doing some days, because you've been only in a day on the extreme DUI, right?
No. Every time I came here, I would get refused for one reason or another.
That's something you'll address, because on what pretrial service said, you've been in since December 13th.
I would like to point out,
no, I'm saying you've been in since December 13th. That's why I thought it was only 1 day.
Yeah. No, I didn't come on December 13th.
Okay, I don't. They'll have to sort that out. If any questions.
Oh, yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I would like to point out, Your Honor, like they had me do the ankle monitor. I have the appointment ready for that. They also have me. They're having me do the ABC behavioral counseling for the extreme DUI.
I also do work.
I could piss.
Sir, I also do work at a Chandler Chandler City Court, so I know it's involved in regard to that. But all I can just say is, when you do get out, make sure you
show up to court.
The point is, you should be getting credit for your time here, but then when you get out, make sure you call the the home detention people.
Okay. Am I getting out today?
On these charges, it'll be about 4 hours. Yeah.
So
you'll be out today.
What about the 6 days that I?
That's something separate, and you probably still have to do it. Okay.
Well, I'm still have to do it today.
Did you can always call your lawyer from Chandler.
Okay.
Who was it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Which judge was your judge?
Well, you were my judge on Tuesday. You just made this order out for me on Tuesday.
No, I didn't.
Or somebody did.
It wasn't me. Trust me, because I wasn't there on Tuesday.
Oh, it was, I
I've
had
happened
you
to work there
before.
occasionally.
Yeah, I've had you before. I could have sworn it was you,
Okay. No.
but yeah, I don't know who my judge is. I mean, I don't know who my lawyer is.
Okay. Was it he or she?
I think it was a guy. Yeah.
A guy. You think it was a guy?
No, it was a guy.
Okay. Describe what it looks like.
I'm sorry.
You remember what it looks like? You're not that observant.
I don't want to say he wore a suit because they all wear suits.
No, they don't. But that's something else. Was he Hispanic or?
I want to say he was Hispanic. Yes, younger, little younger, probably like in his 30s. I want to say.
They added some new attorneys there. I'm trying to think. I don't know. You could always try to call.
I just want to know, like, what's going to happen with the 6 days.
I can't give you.
So would I have to go back to Chandler Court for that as well? Like once I get released from here?
Well, they sentenced you to 6 days, and that's why you're in, or just
I self-surrendered for those 6 days.
Probably you're gonna be just doing the 6 days, okay? And you should put a call into Chandler and make sure, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I said I can't give you advice, so that's,
okay.
I'm limited in regard to that. But the best you can do is making some inquiries, okay?
All right.
All right, because if you call the court, they might be able to tell you who your attorney is.
Okay.
And hopefully you can get hold of him, okay? All right. What?
His name is Jose Mendoza.
Oh, Jose Mendoza? Sir? I didn't realize he was a PD, so he must be privately entertained.
Yes.
I don't know. He submitted a substitution of counsel.
Did you substitute of counsel on this?
Yeah. Well, not in this case, on his DUI case.
In Chandler? It's Jose?
No, it's within us.
I didn't, all right, my clerk's indicated he thinks it's Jose Mendoza. Not that tall, and, right?
Yeah.
That sounds like Jose Mendoza.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. Maybe, okay? All right. Okay. Thanks. All right. Curtis Wright. Thanks.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and date of birth, please.
Curtis Daniel Wright, 1/22/1989.
All right, sir, you are charged with possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your court dates will be at 175 West Madison. Don't lose your paperwork. Both at 8:30 in the morning, a status conference on December 29th, and a witness preliminary hearing on December 29th. Excuse me, 12:29 for status conference, 12:31 for witness preliminary hearing. Couple of things here. You must obey any terms of any order of protection or injunction against harassment that's been issued. Apparently there is one against you, so you understand that?
What is it?
Apparently there's an order of protection out against you? Or
Yes.
You gotta obey that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's one of your terms of release. Okay, no drugs without a valid prescription. But I'm releasing you to pretrial services. So
Yes,
you're
sir.
picking out, I don't know if you heard me before with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be an envelope. Read that carefully because you have to contact pretrial services and do drug testing and monitoring. So if you don't do that, you have a warrant. But if you do everything fine, you're out of here in about 4 hours.
Okay, sir.
All right?
Thank you.
Very good. Jacqueline Davis? Actually, I'm going to do this color later. I'm sorry, I have to do something else. Okay. I'll call you back, and I have to check something on the... I'm putting that towards the bottom. Okay. Okay. Cameron Pierce.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Your name and date of birth, please.
Cameron Pierce, 4/30/96.
Sir, have you seen a Mesa judge yet?
No, I have not.
So probably tomorrow morning you're going to see a Mesa judge, because it looks like, officer, you have the hold for Mesa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's tomorrow morning, so independent of what I do, you still have to wait, well, this morning, I'm sorry, it's 5 o'clock, so.
Yeah.
I
So
would
today-
assume it's probably around 8:30 or so, or else, or I don't know exactly when it'll be in Mesa, okay?
Yes, sir.
But you're charged with possession of dangerous drugs here. I'm pointing out an attorney for you. No drugs without a valid prescription. Your court dates are at 175 West Madison Street. Don't lose your paperwork, both at 8:30. Status conference December 29th, and witness preliminary hearing on December 31st. And you'll be released to pretrial services with drug testing. Same thing I told the other gentleman. Read what's in the envelope, read it and understand it, because you have to contact them. You have to make sure you get your drug
Yes,
testing as required.
Yes, sir.
All right? So it's about ordinarily about 4 hours, but you have Mesa to deal with first.
Right.
Okay?
So I'll be going to see the other judge today as well?
Yes,
So-
it's in Mesa.
You don't know,
Okay.
so, all right.
I don't know. I
Thank
don't
you,
know
sir.
exactly when they'll have it, and when they can transport you, because you're here now, and it's already almost 5:30.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know if they have an afternoon calendar also. Hold on, today's Sunday, right?
Yeah. I hope they have.
It might even be Monday.
I hope not.
Okay, I don't know yet. Okay, I don't know. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, let's see now. Mr. Pierce. Mr. Pierce? They added one other charge for you. You have a warrant at the East Mesa Justice Court.
East Mesa for not paying my
It's based on
fines.
failure to pay. Just deal with it, okay?
Yes.
Get the money together. It's on assault and disorderly conduct.
Yes.
You have to be there on December 31st at 9 o'clock.
How's that gonna work?
For a arraignment hearing. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance there. The reason I hesitate in regard to that,
I know I have a couple failures.
it's not, I hesitate because you're also due with your status conference at 8:30 in Superior Court. So, it was like some courts, you allow you to walk in and
Right.
see someone earlier. You may want to, on this failure to pay, come in earlier, start showing some money and make them happier, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because I'm releasing you instead of, because they wanted a bond on you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because you can't be both places at the same
Right.
time, okay?
Right. Thank you, Your Honor.
So you'll see, it's on both your pages. You'll have two pages, two things of paperwork. Okay? All right, now you can go back.
Okay, thank you.
Robert Shaw. Yep. All right, so your name and date of birth, please.
Robert Shaw, 1205/91.
So you got a warrant out of Santan Justice Court. The address will be on your paperwork. On a driving while license suspended. When did you get to the jail today?
10 a.m. yesterday.
10 a.m.?
Yeah.
God, it's now 5:30. That's almost, basically about 19 hours, right? And for not taking care of a driving while license suspended charge. Do you want to keep coming back here?
No.
So why don't you show up for court there? You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. Be there on January 6th at 9 o'clock at the Santan Justice Court. Be smart. That's what I'm trying to impress upon you. Is it worth spending all the time here? Show up there, okay? And deal with it, okay? So step to your left. You're released on your own recognizance. B.J. Huck. Your name and date of birth, please.
B.J. Huck, July 22nd, 81.
Okay, you got two matters here before me. Let's just deal with the warrant at Arrowhead Justice Court. Once again, the address, it'll be on your paperwork. You have to be there on December 30th at 2 o'clock. And they wanted almost $685 bond, but I'm going to release you, so take care of it.
I will.
Be smart. Same thing with the other gentleman just before you. I tell them just silly just take care of it in the justice or the city courts, so you don't have to spend all the time in the jail here.
Okay.
And then you also have, at the El Mirage City Court, a domestic violence charge of criminal damage, all right?
Okay.
You cannot initiate contact with the alleged victim, okay?
Yes.
And you can only contact the alleged victim only with written permission.
Yes.
Okay? Your court date there is December 30th at 8:30. Show up, I'll release you on your own recognizance.
Okay.
So it's up to you to decide whether you want to be smart or not.
I'll be smart.
That's the simplest way to put it. All right? So it'll be about 4 hours, you'll be out of here.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Jamie or Jaime Flores?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Your name and date of birth, please.
My name is Jaime Flores, March 20th, 1999.
Okay, sir. You got a warrant out of West McDowell Justice Court. If you don't know where it is, the address will be on your paperwork. Apparently, you have a warrant on a DUI because of failure to pay.
Yes, sir.
I know DUI is expensive, but they wanted over a $1,045 bond. Okay, I'm going to release you. You start dealing with it, get some money together, make them happier, because
Yes,
I'm
sir.
releasing you, even though they wanted that bond. Be there on January 6th at 1:30, and better to start having money in hand, you know,
Yes, sir.
to present to the court, just as little help, you know what I mean? But, so you'll be out in a few hours, but be smart and show up there also.
Yes,
All
sir.
right? Take
Thank
care.
you, Your Honor.
Javante Hill? Hi, Mr. Hill.
How you doing, sir?
The reason I picked you towards the very end, because fugitive justice cases take a lot longer to do.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Give me 1 second, because
All right.
I have to ask a whole bunch of questions.
Okay.
Here we go. All right. Give me your name and your date of birth, please.
Javante Hill, 9/27/1992.
Okay. Also, you have a total of 3 cases, 3 matters to be filed. Okay? So I'm starting with the fugitive justice case first, okay?
Okay.
All right. Actually, I'm going to handle one of them before then. Let me see which one it is. Here we go. Let's deal with case on the Superior Court, new charges, 2025 148724. It's possessing dangerous drugs. I appointed a lawyer for you. They theoretically have a court date in 175 West Madison Street on December 29th at 8:30, and a witness preliminary hearing December 31st. Based on limited information, I don't show anything about a drug test being done, so I can't find probable cause. So there'll be no hold on you, but doesn't mean you won't be charged with it.
Right.
And I cannot answer your question about whether that's a pending criminal charge or not in regard to the other charges. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay.
Okay.
And also, once I told someone else, I can't give legal advice, but I'm just telling you, I don't find probable cause on it right now. But just, as I said, doesn't mean the prosecutors can't file charges against you for that. Okay, well, let's go back to the fugitive justice case, okay? A warrant for your arrest has been issued, I guess, by San Bernardino, California.
So what happened was I had court.
Okay, no, well,
Okay.
okay, that's something separate, okay, because I'll explain to you, it's just a warrant, and there's certain procedures have to go by, okay? And you have to make a decision on it. And by the way, if you're not sure about things, please let me know, and we'll just set a court date for you here
sir.
again. Okay, that's California wants you back on this warrant. Okay, now did you had a laminated card? Did you review?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, that helps. Okay. As I stated, you have a warrant from the state of California. You have a choice to make at this time. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to California within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you're sent back to California. If you decide to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for California to come for you. That 30 days would start tomorrow, as long as you don't have any open criminal charges anywhere, pending against you anywhere in Arizona. That's why I mentioned about the other one. If you do have criminal charges pending against you in Arizona, the 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved. Now, if you decide to have an extradition hearing, I'll set your hearing date for, let me just go back to December 22nd at 1:30, 201 West Jefferson. Now, I cannot appoint a lawyer for you to represent you because the fugitive justice cases are civil in nature. You still would have a right to hire a lawyer at your own expense if you decide to do so. Now, you're entitled to bail in this case, which they were requesting a bond of, I believe, $500,000. Okay, I'm just, 1 second, I'll correct you.
Yes, sir.
I gotta make sure, at least
I know you got it.
read
Yes, sir.
this
Yes,
to you,
sir.
okay?
Yes, sir.
If you're unable to post a bond, you'd be held in custody during that time until another judge might modify your bond. Okay, but right now, California is asking for $500,000. Okay, a governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you to California. That could take up to 90 days. Okay, now what's your question now?
So as far as this warrant, I actually went to court for that case, and I already got new court dates, and my bondsman reinstated my. They gave me.
Well, I can just tell you. I looked at it. You might have something in two counties. One said statewide only, and the other one said they want to extradite you.
You said what? I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'm looking at the warrant. Okay, and I'm reading it, by the way. There was one on a possession of marijuana. They didn't want it. It was just in-state only, no extradition. But the one on this, it's hard to tell, on assault or something.
Right.
They said full extradition. Okay, and then it had to be confirmed, and they said they will extradite, and okay, so I can just tell you.
Right,
okay.
right.
What happened?
So I do have new court dates for that, though.
Okay, do you have a lawyer there?
No, I have a public defender.
That's a lawyer.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I do have a lawyer there.
A lot of public defenders are a lot better than a lot of street lawyers. That way. So
definitely.
You may want to talk to your lawyer.
So I did, and he had me to get the letter of reinstatement from the bail company, and then to also go to the courthouse, because I got there, but I got
in California?
late. Yeah, in California. And I gave them the letter of reinstatement, but there was no judge that was able to see me to recall the warrant.
Talk to him or her.
Right.
There, and I work there, because right now, they could always lift the detainer.
Okay, is there any way that, like, you can give me, like, just a reasonable bond amount?
No,
like,
I have to go by what California says. But I'm just saying, if your lawyer can work it out with California, that might change things, okay? So do you want me to keep it for a, you want to have a hearing or not? I can't give you advice or tell you what to do or not to do.
Right, and there's no way that I could get, like, a bond?
Yeah, you get a bond, but it's not a bond that you don't like. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to talk to your lawyer in California, it might be helpful. I don't know.
So how would I be able to get a bond modification here?
Well, you're going to see another judge if you don't want to waive your right. It would be on December 22nd. You can always ask that judge to see what's going on. In the meantime, your lawyer in California can try to work for you back there.
And then would that still be possible even if I waived would I still be able to talk to my attorney there to get that?
You're still going to talk to your attorney. If you waive it, you'd be held without bond. But if they lift the hold, obviously that's a different story.
Right. So they would still be able to lift it
if the hold is dropped,
even with the waiver.
If the hold is dropped, there's no hold. They're not going to come for you if they drop the hold.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, let me just talk about that other case. Remember I told you 3 matters?
Right.
Okay. Because that may impact what you had to say. Okay. in this one, you had an arrest warrant in 2025, 148724, based on a forgery charge, class 4 felony. Your court dates are set for status conference on December 19th and a witness public hearing December 23rd at 175 West Madison Street in Phoenix. Because you had the fugitive hold, I said bond set amount of $50. Okay? So, with that all in mind, sir, if you're not sure what you want to do, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just, because you had a bunch of questions, we can set for December 22nd at 1:30. I don't want you to make, sir, I don't want you to make any rash decisions and everything. If you're not sure, what we do is we'll set you over for December 20th, 2nd, and at 201 West Jefferson at 1:30, and you could talk to your attorney in California, or try to. Because you could always change your mind in the interim, in the meantime. I'm sorry? You could always change your mind about what you want, whether you want to waive your hearing or not. We'll keep it for the 22nd.
And then, as far as my, other hearing, if I paid the bond on this.
The $50? Well, you still have the hold, you know.
But would that mean that they're on the 30 days to come get me, or would
no,
it
the 30 days wouldn't start until your local charges are taken
until the whole case is over with?
Yeah, that's why I told you it's been.
Oh, okay.
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it over for December 22nd at 1:30. You have time to think, try to talk to your attorney and everything, and try to resolve the other case also. Okay? Because of the other case, you're set for December 19th, remember? And then, well, I'm going to set you over for December 22nd. You'll meet with another judge that time. All right? Can we just do this here?
And at that time, that judge would theoretically be able to maybe decide if they would lower a bond.
I'm not going to give you odds in regard to it, okay?
500,000 is crazy.
Okay, as I said, it's not proper for us to give legal advice.
Right.
All right, so step over there, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now it's signed. Got it, Julie?
Yeah.
Awesome. Except the last one, just do it separate. Except we'll also keep the Spanish speaker here also. That's why I forgot about the charges. That's why I put it at the bottom. Just the two of them are left?
Three, right?
Who's the third one?
The FOJ is still in the room.
No, you can send him back. Okay.
Oh, to be seen? Yeah, just the two.
Yeah, I mean, there should only be two here in the room. Ms. Davis, come on back up. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Once again, your name and date of birth, please.
Jacqueline Davis, 1686.
Okay. The reason I delayed it because the nature of one of the charges, I didn't want to embarrass you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Was an excuse I made. Okay. That's why I said who none of the people left.
Okay.
We try to do that as a courtesy, among other reasons. Okay. Let me just. I'm sorry. So you're born 6/10/86?
1686.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Davis. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you're charged with possession of dangerous drugs and possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 4 and Class 6, and indecent exposure, Class 1. Okay? I appointed a lawyer for you. Now, your court date will be at 175 West Madison Street. Don't lose your paperwork. Status conference is December 29th at 8:30, and a witness preliminary hearing is December 31st at 8:30. You'll be released to pretrial services. It'll be about 4 hours, but there's an envelope in there. You read it carefully because you've got to contact them, make sure you're following their rules, and also get your drug testing, or else there'll be a warrant. Okay? That's all right?
I also have a question. Because I wanted to file a complaint on those, the officers, because
That's something I can't give you advice on, something you're
I'll
free
talk to them over there?
You'd have to talk to that department.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, God bless.
Okay, now we ready for the interpreter. All right, Osvaldo Delgado. Señor, estamos esperando la intérprete. If I say it right?
Español, por favor.
I know, I understand. Yeah. Estamos esperando la intérprete. Yeah. I didn't memorize that, I forgot it. Estamos esperando la intérprete. You don't like that one?
Hi, good morning. We are almost ready. Just give me 1 second, okay?
Visit Superior.
Okay, cool. The interpreter, please identify themselves on the record, please.
Hello, my name is Juan, and I will be the Spanish interpreter, 22808.
All right, thank you very much. Senor, your name and your date of birth.
Hola, señor, soy Juan, seré su intérprete, interpretaré todo lo que se diga y lo mantendré confidencial. Dígame, por favor, su nombre y la fecha de nacimiento.
13 de enero del 95, Osvaldo Trujillo Delgado.
Osvaldo Trujillo Delgado, January 13, 1995.
Sir, is Spanish your primary language?
¿El español es su idioma de preferencia primario?
Sí. No, el inglés no lo entiendo mucho.
I don't understand English very well.
Okay, I am going to appoint the office of the court interpreter to provide a Spanish interpreter for during the course of this case.
Okay, voy a avisar al oficial para que durante el caso en la corte se le proporcione un intérprete de español.
Okay. Sir, you are charged with 1 count of aggravated assault and 1 count of criminal damage.
Se le ha acusado, tiene los cargos por un asalto criminal y agresión también.
They've listed your criminal damage charge as a Class 3 misdemeanor. That is incorrect. It could be anywhere from a Class 1 or 2 misdemeanor or a felony. But we'll wait for the county attorney's office. Okay, we'll wait for the county attorney's office to decide what level they want to charge you, if at all, on that.
Vamos a esperar a ver que el oficial de la comunidad, a ver cuánto si es de clase 1 o clase 2, lo que es el delito o el mal comportamiento.
Okay. Sir, I've appointed a lawyer. Oh, sorry. Sir, I have appointed a lawyer to represent you.
He reportado un abogado para que le represente, señor.
Your next court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street in Phoenix.
La 175 de West Madison Street en Phoenix va a ser su próxima corte.
You have a status conference scheduled for December 19th at 8:30 in the morning.
Tiene una conferencia de caso programada el día 19 de diciembre a las 8:30 de la mañana.
At this time, you have a witness preliminary hearing scheduled for December 23rd at 8:30 in the morning at that same address.
En la misma dirección tiene un testigo el día 23 de diciembre, en la misma dirección.
You are not to
What time in the
initiate
morning again,
contact.
sorry?
Oh, 8:30.
A las 8:30, ¿ok?
Okay. You are not to initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims.
No puede establecer contacto con la víctima o las víctimas alegadas.
You are not to possess any weapons.
No puede poseer ningún arma.
The prosecutors were asking for a bond be set in the amount of $50,000.
Un momento, por favor, intenten confirmar la información. Would you repeat again, sir?
Sorry? I'm sorry?
Can you repeat again?
Okay, the prosecutors are asking for a bond to be set in the amount of $50,000.
Los fiscales están pidiendo que se ponga una fianza de $50,000.
However, I'm setting a security appearance bond for you in the amount of $20,000.
Pero yo le estoy fijando un precio de seguridad para usted en la cantidad de $20,000.
This means you can contact a bonding company.
Eso significa que usted se puede poner en contacto con la compañía de fianzas,
which would mean that you would not have to put up the full $20,000.
significando esto que no tendría que depositar los $20,000 completos, todo completo.
It is my understanding they do collect calls from the jail.
Entiendo que sí, que ellos aceptan llamadas de colección de prisión.
Their names and numbers of the bonding companies are on some walls of the jail. If you cannot find one or if you need assistance, ask one of the officers for help.
Los números y los nombres de las compañías de fianzas se encuentran situados en las paredes de prisión. Si necesita ayuda, pues pregunte a los oficiales.
Sir, I'm not going to ask you whether it applies or not, but just be aware of that might be an immigration issue for you also.
No le puedo asegurar la aplicación o no, pero seguramente es posible que haya un problema inmigratorio para usted también.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions, señor?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
Sí, ¿por qué me están achacando que asalté o eso?
Yes. Why are they charging me for that?
That is something you'll talk to your lawyer about.
Eso tiene que hablar con su abogado.
Okay. He's the one who gives you advice.
Él le va a poder aconsejar sobre eso.
Okay. All right.
Sí.
Okay. All right. To the interpreter, thank you very much. You have a wonderful night. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for your service. You're welcome. Goodbye. Adios.
Okay. Now we're doing the house calls. Number 17, unable to function. Heather Soto Gonzalez. In fact, pretrial service was unable to interview her because she was uncooperative. She's charged with aggravated DUI, passenger in the 15, and 2 counts of DUI, one being .08 or more. Appointing a lawyer for her. Her court dates are at 175 West Madison Street, status conference December 29th, and a witness film hearing December 31st at 8:30. She's not to consume any alcohol, not to drive motor, like that. And she's released to pretrial services with alcohol testing and monitoring. Then we have number 9. Number 9, DeMarcus Brown, unpredictable behavior, apparently. Charged with robbery, a class 4 felony, appointing a lawyer for him. His court dates will be December 19th to December 23rd at 8 o'clock for a status conference and witness preliminary hearing at 175 West Madison. Not to initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. He must contact, if it applies, his case manager within 24 hours of release from custody. Bond is set in the amount of $10,000 security appearance bond. Okay, we are in recess.
Good morning, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Jamar James Murphy, 227.
Can we close the door?
February 27th.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to make sure that you can hear me and I can hear you.
No problem.
Go ahead.
Jamar James Murphy, February 27th, 1982.
Sir, you were here today because you have a new case and then you have 3 probation violation matters. On your new case, you were charged with 1 count of criminal damage, a class 4 felony, 1 count of unlawful flight from law enforcement, a class 5 felony, 2 counts of endangerment, a class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of reckless driving, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to all of the charges, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You will have a status conference hearing on December 19th at 8:30, and you will have a preliminary hearing on December 23rd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $15,000. Then, as to your 3 probation violation matters, I did appoint an attorney to represent you on all 3 matters. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on December 19th at 8:30. Your first probation violation matter has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. The other 2 each have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. So your total secured appearance bond for all of your cases is $16,000. If you are able to post bond, you cannot possess any weapons and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court dates would result in the loss of any bond that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest and additional bonds could be imposed. So this takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about. Do you have any questions for me?
Briefly, in regards to the bond. So, secure, is that referring to 10%?
Plus collateral.
Okay. That's it. Thank you for the information, and I'm just still recovering from being here today. I didn't expect this, but this is my reality today.
Okay, sir, will you take care? If you please step to your left, officer will give you your paperwork.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Avila, will you please come to the podium? And Mr. Richard Alvarado, if you'll please have a seat in the chair by the door. Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
It's David Avila, July 6, 1999.
Sir, you were here today because a direct complaint was filed where you were charged with 1 count of possession of a narcotic drug, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of DUI involving liquor, drugs, vapors, or a combination, a Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of DUI with a BAC of .08 or more, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of extreme DUI with a BAC of .15 to .20, a Class 1 misdemeanor. The date of the alleged offenses is March 6th of 2021. Excuse me. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You do have a status conference hearing on December 19th at 8:30. You have a preliminary hearing on December 23rd at 8:30. The direct complaint had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. If you are able to post bond, you'll be released to pretrial services where you are to cooperate and participate in drug and alcohol testing and monitoring. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court dates would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Another warrant would issue for your arrest and additional bond could be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, if you'll please step to your left, officer will give you your paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Alvarado, will you please come to the podium? And Shai Galvin, if you'll please have a seat in the chair by the door. Good morning, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Richard Alvarado, 7782.
You are here today because you have 2 probation violation warrants. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in both matters. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on December 19th at 8:30. Each of your warrants has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500, so your total secured appearance bond is $1,000. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court date. Failure to do so would result in the loss of any bond that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest and additional bond would be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about. If you have no questions for me, you'll please step to your left, officer will give you your paperwork.
Yes, ma'am. I have a question. Last night I got arrested before I could get to my house. My mom is 95% blind. This just happened to her right when I just got out of jail, trying to take care of this situation. I don't have a cell phone. We became homeless a week before I got out of jail. I got a cell phone a week I got out of jail. We were at a bus stop and a fight broke out.
Stop you because I'm not understanding what you're trying to tell me.
What I'm trying to say.
What I want you to understand is that you didn't get arrested on any new charges.
I understand that, ma'am.
A warrant was issued because you were in violation of your probation. I just want to make sure that you understand that.
My probation officer was supposed to be an advocate for me. I reported. I was supposed to report once every 3 months. She wanted me to be reporting every week because we became homeless, and that's not right. We didn't have a cell phone. We have no money. We got kicked out. We got robbed from our money, ma'am. $9,800 is what they stole from us. That lady did not give me an opportunity to get a kickstart to my life again out of jail. I don't understand why I'm standing here today on a violation when I literally talked to my probation officer 9 times in the last 2 months.
I don't think that it's just about reporting to your probation officer. You have multiple responsibilities. There's different terms for your probation, and it looks like you're not compliant with the terms. When I'm just explaining to you that it isn't just about reporting. So from what I can tell, and I'm looking at the petition, the judge who issued the warrant, he found that there was probable cause for these warrants to be issued, and it's not for me to change the warrant today. It's just for me to tell you that. So I'm just explaining to you what's going on. So you're going to see the judge on,
Is there any way I can see it sooner because my mom just
I don't
came
schedule the
blind?
hearings. I don't schedule, that's a different division. So we set the hearings according to the availability of that division. So your court date will be on December 19th, which is, I believe, Thursday. Sir, I am sorry for your plight, but there's really not much that I can do here today.
Sorry.
Ms. Scott, I'm not sure if you know that we're doing that one at the end of the calendar.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Galvin, if you'll please come to the podium, and Mr. Romero, if you'll please have a seat in the chair by the door. Sir, can you please tell me your first and last name and your date of birth?
Saigon 1, 0331, 1995.
Sir, you are here today because you have one new case, and then you have a warrant out of Surprise Municipal Court. On your new case, you were charged with one count of resisting arrest, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to that offense, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you in that matter. You do have an arraignment hearing on December 23rd at 1:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Then as to your warrant, I did appoint an attorney to represent you in that matter. You will have an arraignment hearing on December 23rd at 1:30. That warrant had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. Your total secured appearance bond is $300. If you are able to post bond, you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime, and you must appear for your court date. Failure to do so would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants would issue for your arrest, and additional bond would be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about this morning. If you don't have any questions for me, if you'll please step to your left, officer will give you your paperwork.
So I have $420. Put it to a card. Does that work to pay my bond, or how does
So
that
I
go?
think you have to talk to the deputies.
Okay.
They will tell you how to post bond
Okay.
and what that process is.
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Romero, will you please come to the podium? And actually, Mr. Romero, I'm calling you out of order. If you'll go ahead and have a seat, I'm sorry. My apologies. Actually, it's Mr. Garcia that should be coming to the podium right now.
Thank you.
Sir, can you please tell me your first and last name and your date of birth?
Jesus Garcia, 72998.
Mr. Garcia, you are here today because you have one new case, and then you have a probation violation matter. On your new case, you are charged with one count of criminal damage, defacing of property, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause as to that offense. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You do have a status conference hearing on December 19th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on December 23rd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. Then as to your probation violation matter, I appointed an attorney to represent you in that matter as well. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on December 19th at 8:30, and you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Your total secured appearance bond between the two cases is $1,750. If you are able to post bond, you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim, and you cannot possess any weapons. If there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that have been issued, you must comply with the terms of those orders. You must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. You cannot reside at the same location as the alleged victim. You will be permitted one civil standby with local law enforcement to help you collect your essential belongings. You are also cautioned that if you violate the no victim contact order in this case, that you could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court dates would result in the loss of any bond that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, you'll please step to your left, officer will give you your paperwork.
So for the bond, what's the percentage I have to pay, or is it still complete, 1,700?
No, it's 10% of $1,750. So I believe that is $175 plus collateral.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Rivera, if you will please come to the courtroom now. And Kristen Clark, if you'll please have a seat in the chair by the door. Sir, will you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Marlo Portillo Romero, September 7, 1971.
Sir, you were here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of extreme DUI with a BAC of .15 or more, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to that offense, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You will have an arraignment hearing on December 18th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance today. That means that you will be released without bond back into the community, but you must appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear for your court date?
Yes.
Failure to appear for your court date will result in a warrant issuing for your arrest and a bond will be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you have no questions for me, if you'll please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Perfect.
Ms. Clark, will you please come to the podium? Ma'am, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Kristen Clark, 8/27/82.
You were here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of false report to law enforcement, a Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of shoplifting by removal of goods, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of obstruction by refusing to give your true name, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to all 3 counts. Due to the nature of the charges, you are not entitled to court-appointed counsel. You will have an arraignment hearing on December 31st at 1 p.m. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, which means I will release you back into the community without bond. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear for your court date?
I do.
If you fail to appear for your court date, or also you have the following release conditions, you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crimes, the primary one that I'm highlighting. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date will result in a warrant issuing for your arrest and a bond will be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about. If you have no questions for me, feel free.
Is the court down here or is it in Goodyear?
At the Goodyear Municipal Court. That information will be on your paperwork, so make sure you don't lose it.
Okay.
Mr. Del Campo, if you'll please come to the podium.
Antonio Martin del Campo, December 14, 1995.
Thank you, Ms. Scott.
Thank you. Good morning. Brooke on behalf of the state.
Mr. Del Campo, you were here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of aggravated DUI, driving with a license that has been suspended for previous DUI, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of aggravated DUI by having a passenger that's under the age of 15, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause as to both charges, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on December 19th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on December 23rd at 8:30. Ms. Gahn, I'm aware that there is a motion that you'd like to make at this time.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. The state is asking to seal the Form 4 and replace it with the redacted version. The original version contained personally identifiable information regarding Mr. Del Campo's son.
The court does find there is good cause for that request, and the motion is granted. So the record will reflect that the original Form 4 has been sealed. Ms. Scott, did you want to be heard regarding the state's recommendations at this time?
No, Your Honor, I don't have anything additional to add to my written recommendation.
So, Mr. Del Campo, you will have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $15,000. If you are able to post bond, you'll be released to pretrial services where you are to participate in alcohol testing and monitoring. You cannot drive a motor vehicle without a license and you cannot drive a motor vehicle with anybody under the age of 18. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date would result in the loss of any bond that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest and additional bond would be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about. If you have no questions for me, I believe the officer is going to bring you your paperwork. Okay, you go ahead and have a seat. We'll bring it to you in just a moment.
May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Dominic Fritas, date of birth, August 28th, 2002, is here on a new case. Mr. Frita is not physically present in court due to the inability to follow directions. He was charged with 1 count of shoplifting using a artifice, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, a class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to both charges, and I did appoint an attorney to represent him. He will have a status conference hearing on December 19th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on December 23rd at 8:30. He has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. If he's able to post bond, he cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime and he cannot possess any weapons. Mr. Freitas will be advised that if he fails to comply with the release conditions or he fails to appear for his court date, that would result in the loss of any bond that he posts. Warrants would issue for his arrest. An additional bond would be imposed. I will meet with Mr. Freitas. If any changes are needed, I will do so either on the record or in writing. This concludes our 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar. We stand in recess until 11 a.m. Liz, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'll be in a second.
Okay, thank you. All right. You may be seated. Is the interpreter able to hear the court?
Yes. Good morning, Your Honor. Liz Carmona, Zimmer Court Interpreter.
Thank you. So for the first part of this hearing, I will need for you to do consecutive interpretation since we have more than one person.
Yes, Your Honor. The interpreter's ready.
Thank you. Okay, I'm just pausing. I couldn't tell. Okay. Good morning. This is the time set for the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for December 14th, 2025.
Buenos días, este es el momento fijado para la comparecencia inicial de las 11 de la mañana para el 14 de diciembre del 2025.
The court orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA samples made on the 1st of this month
Las órdenes judiciales de la toma de huellas dactilares y pruebas de ADN que se hicieron el 1 de este mes
will apply to all matters on this calendar.
corresponderán para todas las causas agendadas.
I am now going to provide the victim rights advisement.
Ahora voy a dar el informe a las víctimas.
In the event that there are any alleged victims either watching or listening remotely,
En caso de que haya una supuesta víctima que esté mirando en vivo o a distancia.
if you are the victim of a crime with the case pending before this court,
Si usted es víctima de un delito en una causa pendiente ante este tribunal,
you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law,
se le informa que tiene garantías bajo la ley del estado de Arizona,
that among others include the right to be treated with fairness,
que entre otros incluye el derecho de que se le trate con justicia,
respect and dignity,
con respeto y dignidad,
to a speedy trial,
a un juicio rápido,
to be present at court proceedings,
está presente en diligencias judiciales,
to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney,
de escoger si quiere ser entrevistado por el acusado o el licenciado del mismo,
to be heard before the court makes a decision on release,
de que se le conozca antes de que el juez haga la decisión sobre la puesta en libertad,
negotiation of a plea,
negociaciones de un convenio resolutorio,
scheduling and sentencing,
la agenda e imposición de pena,
and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing your loss.
y de recibir resarcimiento por medio de la persona que fue hallada culpable de su pérdida.
If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victim rights,
Si no se le ha proporcionado una declaración de todas las garantías a la víctima,
please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office.
por favor comuníquese a la oficina de los servicios de las víctimas de la oficina de la Fiscalía.
I am Commissioner Dyer,
Yo soy la comisionada Dyer.
and before we get started, I will explain how we will be proceeding this morning.
Y antes de pensar, les voy a explicar cómo vamos a proceder esta mañana.
I will call each of you up to the podium one by one.
Voy a convocar a cada uno para que pase al podio uno por uno.
I will ask you for your first and last name and your date of birth.
Les pediré su nombre, apellido y su fecha de nacimiento.
I will then tell you why you were here
Después les voy a informar por qué se encuentran aquí
and whether or not an attorney has been appointed to represent you.
y si un abogado de oficio se le ha nombrado para que lo represente, si sí o no.
I will then let you know what your upcoming court dates will be.
Después le informaré cuáles van a ser sus siguientes audiencias.
I will advise you what your bond is if you're eligible for bond.
Les voy a informar cuánto es su fianza si es que recarga los requisitos para una fianza.
And I will tell you what your release conditions are.
Y les informaré sobre sus medidas cautelares.
Some of you may have some questions while I'm providing this advisement.
Puede que algunos de ustedes tengan alguna pregunta mientras estoy dando este informe.
I'd ask that you allow me to complete the advisement without interruption.
Les pido que me permitan que yo termine con este informe sin interrupciones.
Once I complete the advisement, you will have the opportunity to ask any questions you have regarding release conditions.
Una vez que yo termine con el informe, se le dará la oportunidad de que usted haga alguna pregunta sobre sus medidas cautelares.
You are cautioned to keep your questions related to your release conditions only.
Se le da la precaución que solamente sean sus preguntas en relación a sus medidas cautelares.
This is a recorded proceeding,
Esta es una diligencia grabada
and anything that you say here could be used against you.
y cualquier cosa que usted diga aquí se puede usar en su contra.
Any questions or concerns that you have regarding your case
Cualquier pregunta o inquietud que usted tenga sobre su causa
should be directed to your attorney.
se la debe dirigir a su licenciado.
The first person that I'm calling to the podium is Cecilia Maya.
La primera persona que convoco para que pase al podio es Cecilio Maya.
Jose Pinto, if you'll please have a seat in the chair by the door.
José Pinto, si puede tomar asiento en la silla que se encuentra en la puerta.
Sir, can you please tell me your first and last name and your date of birth?
Veintiuno de noviembre de 1990.
November 21st, 1990.
What is your first and last name?
Cecilio Maya Gómez.
Cecilio Maya Gómez.
Sir, you are here today on a new case. You were charged with one count of DUI involving liquors, drugs, vapors, or a combination, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to that offense. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have an arraignment hearing on January 6th at 1:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance. That means I will release you back into the community without bond. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear for your court date?
Sí.
Yes.
Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date would result in a warrant issuing for your arrest, and a bond would be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about this morning. If you do not have any questions for me, if you will please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Oh, we have two?
Mr. Pinto, will you please come to the podium? Sir, can you please tell me your first and last name and your date of birth?
José Santos Pinto, del 15 del 3 de 1981.
José Santos Pinto, 3/15/1981.
Sir, you are here today on a new case. You were charged with one count of having an open container of liquor in a vehicle, a class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to that offense. Due to the nature of the charge, you are not entitled to court-appointed counsel. You will have an arraignment hearing on January 6th at 1:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance today, which means I will release you back into the community without bond. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear for your court date?
Mire, prometo que voy a comprometer, pero yo tengo mi boleto pagado para Honduras porque mi mamá está casi agonizando.
Momento.
Entonces yo...
Momento, déjame interpretar.
Ajá.
Yes, I promise that I will appear. However, I do have a ticket that was already purchased for me to travel to Honduras because my mother is already passing away.
So right now, you need to contact the court. Let me just finish with the advisement first. So yes, you are promising to appear for your court date, which is on January 6th at 1:30. You must comply with your release conditions, and you must appear for your court date. If you fail to do so, that would result in a warrant issuing for your arrest, and a bond would be imposed. regarding your family situation. Your paperwork will have the phone number for the court that you will need to be at. You will need to contact that court to see what arrangements can be made for you leaving the state of Arizona, to see if you will be permitted to do so. You can't just go.
Yeah.
Do you have, this takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, nomás la duda que tenía es de lo que le estaba diciendo, que ya tenía como dice que se lo comento, que tengo el boleto pagado para el sábado 20 y ya viajé para Honduras. Yo voy a ver a mi madrecita pero sí, como le digo, sí me comprometo.
At this time, I'm going to go ahead and just ask for the defendant to please stop. It does not sound like he has a question. That was what I asked, is if he had a question for me.
No, muchas gracias.
No, thank you very much.
If you'll please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Okay.
Ms. Carmona, can you please inquire as to whether or not anybody else is in need of your services before I excuse you?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. ¿Alguien más en la sala necesita los servicios de interpretación judicial en español?
No, Your Honor. Okay, Ms. Carmona, it seems as though nobody else is in need of your services, so you may be excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And before I get excused, so I did whatever he said on the record. Since I was stopped, I did not interpret that. If you need me to interpret that, I'm more than happy to do so. But if not, I can disconnect now.
You can go ahead and state on the record what he said.
No, I only had the question about what I was mentioning earlier that I was commenting to you about, that I have a ticket purchased for Saturday the 20th. I will be traveling to Honduras to see my mother. That's it. That was the message, Your Honor. Thank you.
And the court will make a record that the court did previously answer that question by advising the defendant to contact the court where his case is assigned to make whatever arrangements are necessary. At this time, I will call Grace White to the podium. Ma'am, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Grace White, 7/22/90.
You were here today because you have 2 warrants out of Kyrene Justice Court. Oh, wait, 1 warrant out of Kyrene Justice Court, 1 warrant out of West Mesa Justice Court, and you have a warrant out of Gila County Superior Court. On your warrant out of Gila County Superior Court, I did appoint an attorney to represent you in that matter. You have an arraignment hearing on December 17th at 8:30. That warrant had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. For your warrant out of Kyrene Justice Court, I did appoint an attorney to represent you in that matter. You do have an arraignment hearing on December 17th at 8:30. That warrant has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100. And for your warrant out of West Mesa Justice Court, I did appoint an attorney to represent you in that matter. You have an arraignment hearing on December 17th at 8:30. That warrant had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $600. So your total secured appearance bond between the 3 cases is $1,700. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court dates. Failure to do so would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants would again issue for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about today. If you have no questions for me, if you'll please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you.
Thank you.
Roberto Guzman, if you'll please come to the podium. And Amanda Rose, if you'll please have a seat in the chair by the door.
Hello.
Hello. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Roberto Guzman Jr., 09/18/1987.
You are here today because you have 2 probation violation warrants. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in both matters. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on December 19th at 8:30. Each of your matters has a $500 secured appearance bond. So your total secured appearance bond is $1,000. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court dates. Failure to do so would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants would issue for your arrest again. An additional bond could be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about. If you have no questions for me, you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
All right, thank you.
Ms. Rose, will you please come to the podium? And Natalie Escobar, if you'll please have a seat in the chair by the door. Hello, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Amanda Rose, April 98.
You were here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of assault with intent to injure, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to that offense. Due to the nature of the charge, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel. You do have an arraignment hearing on December 31st at 1 p.m. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance today, which means that you will be released back into the community without bond. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear for your court date?
Yes.
You have the following release conditions. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim, and you cannot possess any weapons. If there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that have been issued, you must comply with the terms of those orders. You cannot reside at the same location as the alleged victim. You will be permitted one civil standby with local law enforcement to assist you in collecting your essential belongings. You are cautioned that if you violate the no victim contact order in this case, that you could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a class 6 felony. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date would result in a warrant issuing for your arrest and a bond would be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, so if you'll step to your left, officer will give you your paperwork. So we do need to clear. We need to clear. All right, everybody, let's go. Sam, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Natalie Escobar, 6/4/1986.
You are here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of assault with intent to injure, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to that offense, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a arraignment hearing on December 30th at 9:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance today, which means you will be released back into the community without bond, but you do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear for your court date?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the following release conditions. You cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim. You cannot have any contact with minors. I do have the exception that you may have supervised contact with the minor victim is permitted if it is supervised by DCS or through a family court order.
Okay.
And you cannot possess any weapons. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to add some things to this one. I'm so sorry. My changes were not saved. Okay, it's ready. In addition to not possessing any weapons, if there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that are issued, you must comply with those orders. You cannot reside at the same location as the alleged victim. And you are also cautioned that if you violate the no victim contact order in this case, that may constitute aggravated harassment. And what I mean by no contact is if it's outside of DCS supervision or family court court orders. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date will result in a warrant issuing for your arrest and a bond could be imposed. This takes care of everything that I needed to talk to you about. Do you have any questions for me?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. The officer is going to give you your paperwork and then you may have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
London Breeding, date of birth, April 22nd, 1983. Is here on a new case. London is not present in court due to combative behavior. London was charged with 1 count of disorderly conduct involving fighting, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to that offense. Due to the nature of the charge, London is not entitled to a court-appointed counsel. London will have an arraignment hearing on December 30th at 9 a.m. I will be releasing London on their own recognizance with the following release conditions. London may not return to the scene of the alleged crime, cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim, and cannot possess any weapons. If there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that have been issued, London must comply with the terms of those orders. London may not reside in the same location as the alleged victim. Will be provided with one civil standby with local law enforcement to assist him in collecting his essential belongings. He will also be cautioned that if he violates the no victim contact order in this case, he could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. London will be advised that if he fails to comply with release conditions or fails to appear for his court date, that a warrant would issue for his arrest and a bond would be imposed. I will meet with Mr. Breeding if any changes are needed. I will do so either on the record or in writing. This concludes the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar. We stand in recess until 2 p.m.